So I'm glad you made it over there. And I know that you can only hear this through the big speaker. So say, hey, Mr. Todd, I can hear you. Okay. So at this point, everybody should be sitting at a instrument. They're sitting at a xylophone or sitting at a drum. And no one has mallets. No one has mallets because we've waited. But if for some reason somebody got their wires crossed and you did get mallets, I hope you have the right ones, because if you have the floor xylophones, you're going to have 2 mallets, and if you have the lap xylophones, you're going to have 1 mallet, and if you have the big bars, you're going to have 1 mallet, the big giant mallets. And so once everybody has their mallets, we're going to look at the board and see if we can follow each one of our individual parts. Now, your guest teacher might think it's a good idea to watch this on the board, not just listen. But if they don't, then just listen. On the board, as you're facing it, you're going to see there's a part for the drums. Again, for those of you that did this last week, this will be a review. So it'll be good for you to, again, do good at this. Your drum part is ta, 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 ta. But it's not just ta, 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 ta. It's low, high, low, high. And as we showed before, low is in the middle of the drum, high is the side of the drum. So you've got this pattern going, low, high, low, high. Let's hear you do it. That sounds pretty good to me. As long as you stay together, it's going to be music. Because that's what music is. It's not just noise. It's people trying to make something happen together. The second one up from the bottom is a giant bar with a giant mallet. And the pattern is ta, rest. Ta, rest. If you're on a giant mallet, try it. Ta, rest. Go. Ta, rest. Yeah. Ta, rest. Ta, rest. Yes. Great. Now, if you have a lap instrument with 1 mallet, that means you have 4 tas. And there's nothing really that complicated about it, but we still need you. Ta, 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 ta. Why don't you try it now with the drums and the other ones. Da, 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 da. Low, high for the drums, yeah, yeah. And the big bar, boom, low, da, do, da. And stop. And the last one is the top thing. It's got the 2 mallets and the big bars on the floor. Here's how the rhythm goes. Ta, ti, ti, ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, ta. Notice it swings that little part. Ta, ti, ti, ta, 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 ti, ti, ta, ta. It gives it this little swing feel, which is nice. So that's what we're going to be doing. So your guest teacher is going to have you practice this for a little while until it starts sounding like you all are doing it, and is going to watch to see if you are following your pattern or just doing whatever you want. So that's what we're going to do. And then after that, we're going to go through and try the different parts. The G, then the A, D, G, that part. Now, that's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect. But I also want you to try an additional thing if you can. If you can try, you can sing along with your playing. And here's a secret I've got for you. If your guest teacher sends me a video of your class able to sing and keep the beat pretty nicely with all the parts going the way they're supposed to, the next time I see you, our whole entire period with me will be free choice time. Yeah. So I'm pretty serious about it. And I would love to see everybody working hard at doing this. But I also want you to sing it. So yeah, so it's a big deal. But I bet you can. And even if you can't get all the way through, you've tried your best. And that's what I love to see. So if I see people trying their best, singing, playing, and listening to one another, I'll be very, very happy with that. Okay. And also, if you want somebody to count it off from the people or somebody to end it, you guys can figure that out too. All right. I'll see you when I see you next.